For years, millions of creative professionals, video editors, and power users have shared one collective frustration: Apple left an enormous, empty void right at the top of their desktop lineup. Ever since the discontinuation of the legendary Intel-based Pro machines, if you wanted an all-in-one desktop with real muscle, you had to compromise. You either settled for the standard consumer-focused 24-inch iMac, or you completely abandoned the elegant all-in-one form factor to piece together a complicated tangle of wires, external monitors, separate speakers, and massive desktop towers like the Mac Studio. But everything changes right now because the ultimate workstation monster has officially returned. Apple has just broken years of silence by engineering a machine that completely shatters every single limitation we thought the all-in-one desktop category had. Welcome to the absolute pinnacle of computing power, design arrogance, and raw engineering perfection, the brand new Apple iMac Pro. If you thought you knew what a high-end workstation could do, prepare to throw away every expectation, because Apple didn't just update a computer, they completely redefined what is possible on a single piece of glass. Let's talk about the elephant in the room first, the display, because what Apple has managed to pull off here is nothing short of absolute black magic. For the professional community, screen real estate and color accuracy aren't just nice-to-have perks, they are the entire foundation of a high-end workflow. Apple completely skipped minor incremental upgrades and jumped straight into the future by outfitting this machine with a breathtaking, jaw-dropping 32-inch 6K Retina XDR canvas. Let that sink in for a moment. 32 inches of pure, unadulterated visual brilliance running at a resolution that makes even individual pixel inspection impossible to the naked eye. But the size and resolution are only half the story. Apple has integrated cutting-edge tandem OLED technology paired with ProMotion, bringing adaptive refresh rates all the way up to 120 Hz. What does this mean for your daily workflow? It means scrolling through massive timeline sequences in DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut Pro feels as smooth and fluid as real life. It means motion designers working with complex, multi-layered 3D assets in real time can finally preview effects instantly without a single stutter or dropped frame. Furthermore, the contrast ratio is infinite. Because every single pixel on an OLED panel can turn completely off, true blacks are genuinely black, highlights punch through with blinding local brightness, and color grading for HDR cinema workflows can finally be done directly on your primary desktop monitor without needing a specialized external reference monitor that costs as much as a brand new car. Apple has also incorporated advanced multi-layer thermal and optical coatings directly into the glass panel to completely eradicate reflections and fight off burn-in, ensuring that this elite display maintains its pristine perfection even under brutal, 12-hour studio editing marathons. Of course, a display of this magnitude is entirely useless if there isn't an absolute powerhouse of a brain driving it behind the scenes. And this is precisely where the iMac Pro obliterates the competition. Apple has packed the chassis with their next-generation Apple Silicon architecture, offering configurations powered by the ferocious M5 Max and the earth-shattering M5 Ultra chips. Built on an advanced second-generation 3nm process utilizing revolutionary fusion architecture, these chips are literally engineered from the ground up to completely dominate heavy computational loads, intense rendering farms, and massive on-device artificial intelligence workloads. We are looking at an 18-core CPU structure combining hyper-efficient supercores and blazing performance cores that deliver single-threaded speeds completely unmatched by anything else in the entire personal computer industry. On the graphics side, the numbers are completely staggering. Featuring a next-generation multi-core GPU with dedicated neural accelerators embedded directly into every single core, the graphics performance blows past previous generations with up to 20% faster rendering speeds and a third-generation ray tracing engine that makes handling complex 3D geometry, Unreal Engine environments, and heavy particle CMU. Ions feel effortless. If your daily bread and butter involves processing massive token generations for large language models, running complex scientific simulations, or exporting multi-stream 8K raw video files, the unified memory architecture supports up to a massive 128 GB of high-bandwidth memory. This means memory bottlenecks are a thing of the past. You can load sprawling project files containing thousands of assets directly into memory, and the system responds with an instantaneous, blistering snap that completely eliminates downtime. Now, how does Apple manage to pack this insane amount of thermal and processing energy into an all-in-one form factor that remains astonishingly thin without turning your desk into a jet engine runway? The engineering behind the thermal architecture of this machine is nothing short of a masterpiece. previous high-performance all-in-ones notoriously suffered from thermal throttling because heat had nowhere to go inside a sealed chassis. Apple completely re-engineered the cooling dynamics by developing a custom, silent vapor chamber system paired with hidden, precision-machined exhaust vents cleverly disguised along the bottom and rear spine of the enclosure. Airflow is drawn seamlessly across the logic board and expelled with maximum efficiency, allowing the M5 Max and M5 Ultra chips to sustain maximum turbo frequencies indefinitely under full, 100% CPU and GPU loads. And the best part? It maintains an eerie, almost supernatural silence. Even when you are rendering a complex visual effects sequence or compiling massive lines of code, the machine remains virtually silent, letting you focus entirely on your creative output without the distracting whine of traditional cooling fans. Let's talk about aesthetics and build quality, because Apple's design philosophy here pays ultimate homage to the pros who demand a workspace that looks as immaculate as it performs. Crafted from a single slab of aerospace-grade aluminum finished in a stunning, deep space black and dark titanium coating, this machine commands absolute authority on any desk. It has a reassuring weight and a structural rigidity that feels completely indestructible, while retaining the signature slim profile that makes the entire unit look like it is practically floating above your desk on its precision-engineered, adjustable stand. And speaking of the stand, it offers seamless height, tilt, and rotation adjustments, letting you dial in your ergonomic comfort instantly. Surrounding this gorgeous hardware is a connectivity suite built specifically for professional workflows that refuse to compromise. Gone are the days of dongle hell. The back of the machine is packed with up to 6 high-speed ports featuring full Thunderbolt 5 support, offering unprecedented data transfer speeds up to 120 gigabits per second. This means you can daisy-chain multiple external RAID storage arrays, connect dual ultra-high-resolution external reference monitors, and transfer massive project folders in the blink of an eye. Add in blazing fast Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, a built-in high-fidelity 6-speaker sound system with force-canceling woofers that deliver studio-grade spatial audio, and an ultra-sharp studio-quality camera with center stage support for crystal-clear video calls, and you have an ecosystem that covers every single base right out of the box.